Hi, everybody. Welcome to an episode of Change Starts With Us, Ohio. Today, we're here with Martha Thomas. She's going to be discussing the abuse of a certain nursing home that her and her husband was present. Welcome, Martha.
Hello. How are you, James?
I'm always doing good. Every day I take a breath, I thank God for it.
Me too.
Right. Now, I remember a while back, I used to only put down, please remember to pray for those who are in prison. And then I think it was you or your husband said, what about the nursing home people? Well, at that point, I never thought about mentioning it. But now I include that in every time I ask for prayer for the inmates, I ask for a prayer for them and for those in hospitals.
Well, thank you, because it breaks my heart what I endured and the people that I left behind and what they're still enduring.
Now you were in that nursing home for, I believe you said 2 years, and your husband for 3 years, correct?
Correct. My husband was only what I call the hellhole. Was only there since October, but he was in two other ones. One was not that bad.
Right.
The other one during COVID became terrible, and he was terribly neglected.
We're talking about the neglect part. I think you shared with me some of it before. Was bed sores one of them from not being turned over or cleaned?
My husband, we are talking about Welland and Middletown. That's where I was for almost 2 years. My husband was there since October. He endured 2 bed sores, and we're still trying to get one healed up. Luckily, I'm a previous nurse, so I did know what to do and made them apply. There's a product, it's actually called butt paste. That's actually the name of it. But that stuff is wonderful. Made them apply it every time because they would refuse to get him up out of bed, and I would beg them once a week to get him up, and even then it was a fight.
Say the name of that nursing home again, if you will.
The name of what, please?
The nursing home.
Willow Knoll.
Willow Knoll, people. You might want to send a letter there and say enough is enough. No more abuse. If we have to, we'll get people there to protest. We're not beyond protesting when people are being abused. And nursing home people should never be abused. It's not like they asked to be put in a nursing home. It was because they physically no longer could take care of themselves.
It's terrible there.
Right. Now, you are living in your own place now, which you say you love it.
We do.
You have medical people come in to help with your husband.
Yes.
And you have some serious medical problems as well, which we need to keep praying for you too on your issues.
Thank you.
But what are some of the abuse that you've seen take place regarding either yourselves or other residents of the nursing home?
I went through terrible emotional abuse. Matter of fact, I know now that I have post-traumatic stress disorder from it. I can't even think of the place without getting anxiety. I want to go back and visit when the nursing homes open up, but right now I just could not bring myself to going back there.
You're talking about visiting residents there, correct?
To visit the residents.
Okay.
Because my heart just breaks. I got especially close to certain ones of them. I saw certain residents die unnecessarily. And I love certain residents that are there. You just fall in love with certain people.
Right. I need you to inbox me the address later, because maybe we will form a protest one Saturday up there, or one Friday, when the staff is there.
That would be wonderful.
And get the
It'd be
media.
wonderful if it'd be on a Friday, because that way administration would be there.
Right, and we could try to get the media down there as well.
That would be wonderful.
Places like that need to be closed up or change management, one or the other. Did you guys, was this a state-run facility or a place that you had to pay for?
We had to pay for it.
Huh.
And no, it's a private nursing home.
Wow, and they still did all this.
Yes, they did.
My dad was in a nursing home from memory, and it was quite expensive, but they were wonderful to him, and that was in the Brunswick, Ohio area. But not all nursing homes are good for people, and that's something that we need to really be mindful that it's not just prisoners being unfairly treated, it's the elderly that is being neglected and abused emotionally and sometimes physically.
Yes, well, I was never physically abused because pretty much could have defended myself.
Right.
But my husband is a quadriplegic and he would not be able to defend himself.
Right. Can your husband speak and everything like that?
My husband has short-term memory loss.
Okay.
He had an aneurysm that ruptured and made him become a quadriplegic and short-term memory loss.
Yeah, I had that problem from my stroke.
He can speak at times.
Right.
At times, he's unable to speak.
Right. What do you think is the biggest need at that nursing home right now for the men and women that are there?
The biggest need is, well, all the good staff quit because they fired the director of nursing because she disagreed with them bringing in a COVID unit, which they did, and we were all petrified that we were going to get COVID because of it.
Right.
But because it wasn't a big enough money maker for them, they closed it down. They're all about money.
Right.
Anyway, they need different management. The administrator needs to go. The director of nursing needs to go. Most of the good nurses have quit. Most of the good aides have quit.
I don't blame them, though. If they're treating people unfairly, they don't want to be part of that.
Yes, I don't blame them either. Plus, they were not paying them fairly. And plus, this nursing home brings in absolutely anybody. They had severely psychiatric patients in there mixed in with patients that need to be on a memory care floor,
right,
mixed in with nursing home patients. It was all about the almighty dollar.
Right, and granted, they need to have a safe place for them, but they need to be in a different type setting where they could get the help that they really need.
Right. Yes, they do.
Right. I know it's tough to even getting these older people coming out of prison in nursing homes. Nobody will accept them. So I understand some of the issues that are going on. Like you said, it's all about the dollar bill and not about safety, not about helping people. And we're not speaking about all nursing homes.
No, I'm not.
And there's so many wonderful ones. I understand that. But they don't need the help of doing what is right. This nursing home does that. It has mentally abused so many people, and who knows, there might be physical abuse that took place as well.
There is physical abuse, and the only reason I say that, I was a Facebook friend with somebody. Her mom was a resident there 4 years ago. They took video obvious that it was fingerprints
Right.
that had been dug into her. And so I'm saying it was not physically abused, but I saw her video.
That's proof enough. That would have held up in a court of law. And we could get to the court of law, though. It pretty much all you have to do these days is point somebody out, and they're going to get convicted without even any evidence. That's how our system has failed.
I hope she did that.
Right. Well, stuff like that needs to be reported. Any type of abuse of elderly or women or kids should be reported.
Well, I did.
Right.
I tried reporting it to the state ombudsman numerous times. The state was in there constantly, and nothing changed.
That doesn't surprise me, though. That's why, who knows, maybe we can put on some protests. I'd have to ask some of our members if they can, because that is I live in the Columbus area. I don't drive because of my health, but our president, Candace, who I put as our president, she does the driving and stuff, and she's got 7 kids, so 5 of her own and 2 that she's got custody of. So, and she's a great mother. I'm learning my Spanish from her.
Wonderful.
Yeah, not all cuss words neither. When I was younger, a Spanish guy, this was when I was locked up, he told me to go over and say good morning to this guy. So he told me 2 words to say. Well, the guy smacked me. That was not good morning. That was something nasty.
Well, that's not too nice.
No, but, that's just how people were, though. But I want to see you and your husband get the help, and really justice needs to be served on this matter. And it would be neat if we could help find an attorney that could file a class action lawsuit on behalf of those residents that's there and those past residents and family members. I don't know if we can, though, but it would be nice if we could.
It would be nice, maybe with your assistance in this and some other people talking, maybe we could. I tried previously to get an attorney, and they're always just saying, talk to the state ombudsman. Well, that didn't do anything to help.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if the ACLU would help something in this matter, something like this.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the ACLU, but they do help out in certain areas that we need help in the past. So I've been able to swallow my pride. But well, let's see if we could. I'll send you this video when it's done uploading. It'll probably be by tomorrow morning, and you could.
My friends want to hear it.
Okay. Also, we have a YouTube channel. If you and any of your friends can like it, we need to get up to 1,000 people. Then we'll go live all over, and it's under the group's name. Change Starts With Us Ohio.
Change Starts With Us Ohio.
Right, and it's on YouTube.
Okay.
And just like it, we have probably several hundred videos, quite a few on death row. But we also had one of a mother that her daughter was kidnapped and missing. Her son's locked up now, but she never did find her daughter. And that was like 5-6 years ago. She was, I think, 17 or 16 at the time. And, and it's sad, though, because, you don't want to think the worst, but you just wonder, if she ran away or if she was by force.
I can't imagine. I've got 2 daughters.
Right.
They're grown, but my grandchildren are that age. I can't imagine.
I think it's important to instill amongst the grandkids to always keep in contact with their parents or grandparents, and make sure they have a phone on them, and not to go any place by themselves. Yeah, and they shouldn't go by themselves any place, really, not in these days.
No, my daughter was going to start letting my 2 grandsons be dropped off at Kings Island, for example.
Uh-huh.
But after those fights this past weekend, she's saying no, I don't think so now.
Right.
And that was with them going together.
Right. And she has a right to say no. And she's probably right. If it's a mother's intuition, they're usually right.
She's a good mama bear, so she has a good intuition.
The mama bear thing, my dad used to call my mom that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my dad passed away last year. He was 93, I think.
Wow.
But he never drank, never smoked.
Well, you were blessed to have your dad that long.
Yeah, because I'm almost 60. My brother passed away a year before my brother did. And I was the only guy left.
62.
Huh?
I'm only 62, so I was really young to be in the nursing home.
Oh, you're 62?
I'm 62. My husband is 70.
Okay. So you're still young.
I don't feel young, but yes, James, I'm still young.
So you should be going to the disco clubs with your husband and stuff? You're still young. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, disco was the big dancing type thing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
We had 2 kids by that time, though.
yeah.
We were very young and had our kids very young.
Yeah, I was young too.
I was extremely young. He's 8 years older.
Well, that's not too old.
Well, it was then, but it's not now.
Right. I mean, me and my wife was a year apart from each other. She was a year younger. But, I won't date somebody that's a lot younger than me because I just don't feel comfortable. But, marriages from years ago, like when my parents got married, probably when you got married, they just don't end up in divorce.
Well, ours did actually end up in divorce. We divorced and remarried.
Wow. You're the first one I heard that.
Friends.
Huh.
After we got over the initial anger, we always remained friends. We didn't make the girls decide what parent to go to for what holiday.
Right.
We did all the holidays together. If he had 2 serious, significant others during that time.
Right.
And I was engaged twice during that time. But neither one of us ever remarried until we remarried.
Well, that means you guys are meant for each other.
Well, we are. We're soulmates.
I think that's great. And I think it's really great how you're coming out speaking against a nursing home that has been abusive. I need
to. And now they're saying, and I really laugh about it, they're saying I owe them $500 for the 2 days that we were there at the beginning of May. But here I am with serious, probably an acute renal failure because of their lack of nursing care. I'll be damned if they get a penny.
Right. We gotta talk a little bit more on what are some things that we might be able to do. I might try to make a call to the Ohio Bar and ask for any pro bono lawsuit attorneys or any attorneys that may do it on, even if each person that was part of it would chip in and say $50, and they could make payments on it.
That's great.
As
you know, in nursing homes, you only get $50 a month.
That's it?
That's it.
Why is that?
$50 to live on for the month. Even
if you have a big check coming in?
My husband has an excellent pension. We got $50 a month.
That's not right.
And see, our daughters kept his pension money to pay for his life insurance.
Right.
So we only had my $50 to live on. And after I paid my cell phone bill, which was only $20 a month, we had $30 a month to live on.
Wow. Well, you made it. That's what counts.
today. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be where I am.
Well, that's God. Yeah,
Where I am.
that's God bless you. Now, if somebody wants to reach you on Facebook to offer their help, what's your Facebook name?
Marty MARTI Thomas.
Okay, you hear that, folks? Or you could contact me and I could hook you up with her. You know, if you're an attorney and you would be willing to file a lawsuit on behalf of these people, please inbox us or call me at 380-799-3868 and let's get the ball going. The people in the nursing home need to be prayed for as much as the incarcerated and those in the hospital. So let's remember them in our prayers, folks. Martha, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, and I will share this video with you as soon as it's ready.
Thank you very much, James.
Okay, and we'll talk soon.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah,